So it's been a couple years, I think. How long? When did we last do this one?
2016.
That when we recorded it? All right.
Now
So
we're 15.
welcome to Awful FanFiction. We haven't done an Awful FanFiction episode in a while, and we haven't done this specific one in a while.
But it was just released last week, so...
It was just released. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we released a video last week, so we decided to continue. And if you don't know, it should say in the video, but yeah, this is Rainbow Dash's brother, Harry Lightning Dash, a.k.a. Harry James Potter. And we're going to start reading from Chapter 3, which is called... Yeah, which is called Meeting the Friends.
All the friends.
All right, Chapter 3, Harry's Pav. How long have I been in this hospital? I mean, all I can do is eat, sleep, take medications that I have no idea what they are for, sleep, talking to my little sister I never knew I had, and read some of the adventure books that Rainbow let me borrow until I'm free. That's a lot.
You got to sleep twice.
Oh, really?
Eat, sleep, take medication, sleep.
Rainbow said she had some ponies she wanted me to meet. I looked over to the clock on the far wall. It read 9:45. Rainbow usually shows up at 10 so we can talk, but sometimes she gets held up with her friends.
So she doesn't usually show up at 10.
That was a good sentence. I sighed and started thinking about how I thought I was an only child whose parents had died. After most of my life passes, I found out my father was very much alive. A day later, I find out I'm not even supposed to be in that world. Once I wake up, I find out I come from a world where ponies are the dominant species and humans are a myth. Then I find out I have a sister and both my parents are alive. It's a lot to take in, I say to myself. What is Harry? I look over...
What is Harry?
I look over to where I heard my sister's voice. My life, Rainbow. I said with a laugh. Yeah, you can say that again.
Okay, say it again.
What does that mean? My life, Rainbow. What does that mean?
I don't know. She said, joining me by my side. I think there was supposed to be a comma, my life. I still don't get it.
That still makes no sense. Once we both calmed down, I noticed she brought over other ponies like she promised.
Harry, this is Twilight.
Rainbow said. Twilight was a purple unicorn with a purple mane and a few streaks of lighter purple.
Lots of purple.
She had a 6-point star.
That was purple.
She had a 6-point star for what Rainbow told me was a cutie mark. You know...
Oh.
That's...
Okay.
I'm gonna move on. She had a small dragon on her back. I moved away from her to get away from the dragon. Ever since the Hungarian horntail last year. Pleasure to meet you, Twilight. I stated, still not wanting to be near the dragon.
Hello, Harry.
The dragon... Oh, that's you. This is you.
That's me?
Yeah.
The dragon on Twilight's back is Spike. He's nothing like that dragon you had to face during the tournament thingy.
Rainbow said, noticing I didn't want to be near him. He was purple with green spikes on his back.
Hi, Harry. Nice to meet you. He said. Oh, this is me? No, this is Fluttershy.
Fluttershy was a light yellow Pegasus with a pink mane and tail. Her cutie mark was 3 butterflies. Hello. She stuttered out, yeah, she's really shy.
The exact opposite
of Ron. What does that have to do with Ron?
Is Ron known for not being shy? This is Rarity.
Rarity was a white unicorn with a purple mane and tail. Her cutie mark was 3 gems. Darling, she greeted. Good day, fair lady, I said. Where the bloody hell did that come from?
I don't know. Harry, this is Applejack.
Applejack was an orange earth pony.
Okay.
With a blonde mane and tail. Her cutie mark was of 3 apples.
Howdy, partner. I run Sweet Apple Acres, so if y'all looking for work, come on by.
She said, shaking my hoof. So strong my arm was still moving long after she let go.
So you had a hoof and now it's an arm.
This is Pinkie Pie. Pinkie Pie was a pink pony with 3 balloons as her cutie mark. Her mane was all bushy, but not like Hermione. Hermione's mane?
Okay, so you gotta scream this.
Hi, I'm Pinkie Pie, but you can call me Pinkie. Everyone does. Do you like party, Larry Mary? Do ya? Do ya? Do ya?
She said, yelled really fast. I'm not much of a party person. I enjoy small parties, but not ones that had more than maybe 20 people. I replied, adding that last part as she looked really sad. This is Princess Celestia. The princess was an alicorn. I don't know what that is. Rainbow had told me the different types of ponies. Her cutie mark is a sun. On her head was a crown. Her mane had a light mixture of the colors rainbow softly blowing in a non-existent wind. What? It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Princess, I am terribly sorry for crashing into your world, as well as your home, I was made aware, I said.
It is perfectly okay, my little pony. Your parents were glad to hear that you have returned and that you have met your younger sister.
The princess said. The 7 of us talked for quite some time before they left. Once again, alone with my thoughts. Chapter 4. Meeting his parents. What?
Oh, meeting Harry's.
This is gonna end like abruptly.
Yeah, because they already said that it's been put on hold.
It's never coming back. All right. Harry's Pov. Thank Merlin or whoever that I am out of here tomorrow.
You know, Harry's known for saying that one.
Then
he was saying that. Thank
Merlin's
Merlin.
beard.
Thank Merlin.
Then Rainbow offered to let me move into her place until I can get my own. She offered me to move into her place until I can got my own.
Hey, Harry, I got some more ponies for you to meet.
I looked to the door to see Rainbow sticking her head in. Hey, Rainbow. Who do I get to meet today? I said with a smile. Rainbow smiles and leads 2 ponies into the room.
Harry, these are our parents.
Rainbow said with a smile. Harry! My baby cold! She said, crying,
Hello,
moving
brother.
forward to hug me before Rainbow grabbed her huff and leaning over to whisper something.
Now it suddenly switches point of view.
I guess you're reading Rainbow's Pov.
I saw Harry tense as Mom started towards him. His breathing became quicker too. I grabbed Mom's huff and leaned over. Mom, he has been abused his whole life since he was a little older than a year old. He doesn't even let me touch him yet without having a small panic attack. Was Harry known for that?
No.
Look, he is tenser and his breathing is slightly quicker. I have to move slowly. This is only a first meeting with him, and about 2-3 visits ago, he did let me near him without panicking, let alone touch him. Wow!
What?
I whispered to her. She nodded reluctantly.
So, Harry, where have you been all this time?
Gollum? Dad asked.
I
Slapped my forehead as I heard the question. Harry.
I'd rather not talk about it if that's okay. Besides, it's hard to explain.
Harry said, looking away from Dad. I'll tell you later what he's done in his life, I whispered to them. They nodded.
I am so ready to get out of here, Rainbow. I really hate hospitals.
Harry said the last part, directed to the parents at their confused looks. I know, Harry, but look on the bright side soon. You'll be in Ponyville with me. I took him with a laugh. I told him with a laugh. He just nodded, looking bored.
Sorry it's so short. I'm working on other stories to post too and studying for a thing called Envirothon. No clue how to describe it to you people. I got to learn as much as I can about 140 different animals and other things about the environment. End of the chapter.
Thanks.
Thanks, author.
And they're ending it. Oof,
All right,
it's a long one.
No, it's not. Chapter
really.
5.
Harry finally comes home.
Alright, I think this is my POV. They never said whose POV
Yeah,
it is.
yeah,
I think it's
it's
Harry's.
Harry's.
Heading home to Rainbow's place was different than I would have thought. She surprisingly enough had a home on the ground despite her tendency to sleep on clouds.
Okay.
Yeah, her friends squealed about that little quirk about my sister.
Quark?
What?
Hey, Harry, they finally let you out of bed, I see.
Rainbow said as she walked into my hospital room. Yes, and thank whoever I should thank in this world that I can finally leave. One more minute in this place as a prison, I mean patent, and I would have gone crazy as a marauder who didn't prank anyone for a day. And before you ask, it is crazier than Pinky at our worst, I told her.
So, he was going to be a patient, and he's doing a patent. He's a patent. Crazy as a marauder.
This patent is still pending, like...
I laughed.
I laughed at the look of absolute horror on her face, and the scary thing is, I'm not joking! I laughed harder the more scared she got, and the mere thought of anyone or even anything crazier than Pinky.
HLD.
What does that mean?
How little...
Happy little dogs. I got what little things I had that some of Rainbow's friends and our parents had given to me, then moved into my room at Rainbow's house.
Good sentence.
Over the time I had spent at the hospital, I had grown closer to Spike and had had a few conversations with both Princess Celestia and Princess Luna.
Okay.
Most nights I was up were spent What? Most nights I was up were spent looking out my window at the night sky. Had to be one of my favorite sights to see.
So, bro, you ready to go into town, see if we can't get you some more stuff for in here?
Rainbow asked as she stuck her head through the wall. I laughed and nodded. Yeah, I was hoping to talk to Applejacks about working at Sweet Apple Acres. Or no, sorry, Sweet Apple Acers. I've always been better with my hooves, even though I do love to fly.
You just gotta laugh.
You like the voice for Harry?
Yeah, that's great.
I replied, hoping she wouldn't be too angry that I didn't want to work on the weather team with her.
And Harry, if you prefer to work at Sweet Apple Acers, that is fine with me. You know, I don't care either way, as long as you're happy.
As long as you're happy. Like, as in, like, that's your
Although
happy.
I prefer you worked at Sweet Apple Acres.
Rainbow said with a reassuring smile. I nodded while breathing a sigh of relief. Just then, a turtle with a propeller strapped to his back flew into my room.
Oh, Harry, meet my pet turtle tank.
Rainbow said, hugging the turtle with a large grin now plastered across her face.
It
It made me think back to
forcibly
my best
plastered.
friend, my pet owl Hedwig.
We should stop in and get you a pet from Fluttershy.
Rainbow said offhand before a familiar
Off
white
the
owl
hand.
swooped in through the window. The owl was Hedwig. Hedwig! Hey girl, guess you could really find me anywhere, ha! I asked as a smile formed on my face. Sorry I left you behind. The trip was greatly unexpected to
You
say
flew
the
through
least.
ceiling.
I said as I gently pet her feathered head. She hooted before she flew over to me and landed on my back. I laughed as she nipped at my ear. I turned to my very confused sister. Rainbow, this tired but happy owl is Hedwig. She's my best friend. I got her on my 11th birthday. I said as I...
For some reason, there's
apostrophe.
just an apostrophe.
I said as I walked over to the bed and gently laid down the now sleeping owl. Let's go. She will be out for a while, but I'll leave a note. Hedwig is a very smart owl. She can read.
She can read.
I said the last part was for Rainbow's benefit. What?
HLD.
Okay. I smiled as I walked away from Sweet Apple Acres. Okay,
Oh, they got it.
as a working stallion.
Oh, God. Awesome.
I had met the rest of the very hospitable Apple family, though Big Mac, as I was asked to call him, doesn't say much of anything. But after having Ronald Weasley and Hermione Granger as
No,
best
Ganger.
friends-
Hermione Ganger. Ronald Weasley and Hermione Ganger.
But after having Ronald Weasley and Hermione Ganger as best friends, it was kind of a relief to be around a pony who didn't talk much.
Wow, he really hates his friends.
He only likes Hedwig. With the promise of a few bits coming in, it made it hard not to smile and fly faster than my little sister. Merlin, I would never
Merlin.
get tired. Merlin!
Merlin.
Like Brockhampton. Merlin! I would never get tired of those words, and being able to give my parents a warm hug when I'm finally able to warm up to them and stop being so scared. They have been understanding, though. Taking things slowly.
Okay.
I had hugged my mother for the first time. Okay, that was quick. If only briefly to thank her for helping me to move into Rainbow's house while Dad was at work. Life was good for me here, far better than it was ever back in the human world. And that's the end of the story, because they didn't finish it. But we have an author's note. Sorry it took too long to update this story.
Too long.
A lot has been going on, and things just kept pushing it off. And whenever I did get a second to work on it, I seemed to forget.
Too long.
I always nagged in the back of my skull.
You were in your skull?
But at long last, here is the next part of the story. Harry is finally out of the hospital and moved into Rainbow's cloud home, working at Sweet Apple Acres, and hugged his mother big steps for him, as I would say. You'd say mother.
This is so stupid.
You'd hug his mother big steps.
His mother big step.
If you have not already seen, I have no sense of grammar. No. If you have already not seen, I went back and changed a few minor things with Harry, mainly fur color. His mane coloring is a tad bit different, and cutie mark that makes more sense. That is it, I swear. Please don't hate me. Peace, y'all. The end. Did they do any other stories?
Good
From
question.
LB Star?
LB stuff.
15 stories.
What? Is this an author's note?
So, since this was kind of short, I think, 15 minutes, we'll go a little bit longer. So this is going to be... Ooh. Never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa!
This
All right, I'll read this. This is in her bio for some reason. A girl and a guy were speeding over 100 miles per hour on a
I'll
motorcycle.
voice one of them.
Okay, you can be the girl.
Slow down. I'm scared.
No, this is fun.
No, it's not. Please, it's so scary.
Then tell me you love me.
I love you. Slow down.
Now give me a big hug.
She gave him a big hug.
Can you take off my helmet and put it on yourself? It's really bothering you. Or me.
The next day in the newspaper, a motorcycle crashed into a building due to brake failure. 2 people were in the crash, but only 1 survived. The truth was that halfway down the road, the guy realized that the brakes weren't working, but he didn't want the girl to know. Instead, he had her hug him and tell him she loves him one last time. Then he had her put his helmet on so that she would live, even if it meant that he would die. If you would do this for someone you loved, post this on your page.
It's like a YouTube copy posting.
That was stupid. Alright, let's see. How many stories? So this person has a Sly Cooper and Winx Club crossover.
Got a lot of stories here.
Just a normal Harry Potter one, a Descendants one.
Where Harry
Army Wives and Fosters. 16,000 words. Harry Potter and the Addams Family.
Ancient marriage contract is activated in Kali Potter.
And Remus Lupin are forced to marry. Star Trek Voyager and Harry Potter. Great.
Whatever Winx Club is.
Harry Potter My Little Pony, that's what we read.
Is that Shaggy?
Scooby-Doo. Shaggy had a twin who one day disappeared until the Monsters Road rally. Find out where she's been and follow her story. Okay.
Okay.
How to Train Your Dragon, Heartland, and then Harry Potter and Winx Club. And their most recent thing that they wrote was in 2015.
So I don't think this is gonna get updated.
So I think these people are done.
Profile update 2016. Yeah, they're out. But at least they contributed some great something.
This is stupid. If you approve gay marriages, put this in your profile. And if you don't put it in your profile,
Then you don't
approve of gay marriages.
Yeah, that is kind of dumb.
This is really stupid. Like, why do you care about these copy pastas?
There's several copy pastas.
Okay. Well, that was really funny. I appreciate the
We finished it.
yeah, I appreciate the fact that it's stupid.
If it continues, will we keep reading? I don't know.
If it continues, yeah, we'll keep reading. I doubt it'll continue.
Yeah.
But tune in next time for my review of the
Sauce magic.
Philadelphia Eagles.
What do you give the Phillies right now?
Well, right now I would give the Phillies
Filibuster.